Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekend fortune cookie. So this is a fun little message to move into the weekend where I have my special mashup deck. It's the blend of a few different decks with some fun cards for a fun pick a card reading for you as you enter into the weekend. So this is also it has double duty. You know, play time always has some learning time, education time tied in. So if you think about a kid playing, he's playing, but he's also learning about life, right? So there's also going to be an extra special tool here for you guys to tap into. This is an excuse for you to tap into your intuition, to sit quietly for a moment and choose the number 1, 2, or 3, whatever comes through to you. And that's going to be the message that you most need to hear for the weekend. All right, guys, you can pause the video if you want, if it doesn't just automatically come to you. If you're having a hard time connecting to your intuition, for me, the best tool that I've learned when I was trying to tap into my intuition was, where does it feel here? When you're thinking of the number 1, the number 2, or the number 3, which number actually activates your heart center? What actually hits here? It kind of makes you feel either a little out of breath or you feel it activate your heart chakra. Don't need to overthink it. All right, guys. So if you've selected, feel free to click on the link in the description box below for either 1, 2, or 3 and get ready to have your fun fortune cookie message for the weekend, because who doesn't love a fortune cookie and the fortune that comes with it? All right, guys. So for anybody who chose fortune number 1, let's see what's in store for you for this weekend. I know where I live, the weather is calling to be a little rainy. We had a crazy storm yesterday. I don't know what it's like where you guys are at, but I'm hoping I'll have the chance to get out at some point and enjoy nicer weather. So for all of you that chose card number 1, we have synchronicity. I love this card. It says, are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending to you at this time? People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence. In reality, they're being guided to you from the spirit world to help you for a specific reason. So this is a fun one to go into the weekend with. This is kind of pointing you in the direction of keep your eyes open. This could mean that there are some people coming in from your past, that everybody you meet this weekend has the potential to unlock some cool part of your destiny, and to keep an eye out for signs and symbols that come through, that you start to pick up on. So let's say you notice a cardinal, a bird, a red bird, and notice that in other, let's say you notice that as you're looking out your window before you leave your house. And then you get in your car and there's a truck that you're stuck behind and their business logo is that of a cardinal. And then you go someplace else and you get a drink and the wine label that you have has a cardinal on it. These are the kinds of things that kind of lead us down that connect the dot to discover something new. So this is going to be a fun weekend of seeing what signs come up and kind of where spirit is pushing you to open up to your environment. I think they're waving a little flag saying, we've been trying to contact you. I'm also getting this extra message coming through that there's been something you've been waiting on, a form of communication, perhaps somebody just giving you the green light to go ahead. There's something that you've been waiting on that this weekend you're going to get that sign. You're going to see, okay, this is how this all connects and I'm ready to go. So whether that comes in as a person saying, hey, I want to help you with this project. Are you ready to start? Or if it's something where you've been kind of waiting for the sign, like, hey, I've just been waiting to see if now is the right time to do this. You're going to get that answer this weekend. So, and stay open to people. That's what I'm hearing. Stay open to the people that you meet, because there's going to be something there. There's going to be some type of connection that's going to be cool. So it's going to be a fun weekend. It seems like it's going to be a socializing weekend for you guys. All right. For all of you who chose card number 2, let's take a look and see what comes out for you for your weekend. I have a feeling it's going to be a fun one. The energy's been a little crazy after that new moon solar eclipse yesterday, and a lot of planets move. We have a major planet in retrograde, Mercury. And then we have a lot of planets moving into retrograde soon. So it's definitely kind of one of those weird times. But I just have this intuitive feeling that this weekend is going to be kind of fun and playful. And this deck definitely represents that. Chosen my favorite cards out of multiple decks because heck, it's the weekend. We can't have some positive, interesting messages come through then. Come on, what can we do here? All right, for those of you who picked card number 2, your card does not seem to want to come out. Let's see. What message are my group number 2 supposed to hear for the weekend? All right, guys, I think I'm going to have to just manually pick a card here. I'll give it one more shot. All of you guys. Okay, let's see. What comes out for you guys? What do those who chose number 2 need to know? What's their fortune for the weekend? What are they going to expect here? Ooh, trust the niggle. I love that word. It says, what is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So there's something here that's coming through for me that this is a weekend to focus on your intuition. There's something that you know you need to do. I'm just trying to see if I can get a message here. I'm hearing a couple different things. Okay, so a couple different messages that are coming through here is for trust the niggle. First of all, this is about trusting your intuition this weekend. There's something that you have been trying to make a decision on, and I feel like the message I'm hearing right now is it's okay, go with it. So don't quite know what that means, but I think there's something where you wanted to try something, you wanted to do something, and you have been kind of avoiding it. And this is that weekend where you're going to get the opportunity to make the decision to do it. And so it's really trusting your gut to whatever decision you were kind of shying away from, it's okay to say yes this weekend. So when it says, what is that niggling feeling trying to tell you? It's trying to tell you yes. Yes, do it. So there's going to be some type of opportunity that comes up, some decision that you've been waffling on, and you're going to have to trust yourself in what you feel is right. Let me see if there's another message that's going to come through here. I'm also hearing something about, well, what's standing out to me in this card is rain. And so there's something about, and it's funny because I'm experiencing kind of rainy weather here, but there is this component of something was planned for this weekend and might have been delayed, or you're afraid it's going to be delayed due to bad weather. And what I'm hearing is pick your head up and do it anyways, because it's going to be awesome. So whoever needs to hear that, don't cancel plans because of the weather this weekend. You're going to be pleasantly surprised. All right, guys. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And if you guys want additional kind of messages like this, there is going to be more of a serious weekly energetic block clearing pick a card on Monday. And I do that every Monday for the week. All right. Have a fantastic weekend, guys. Okay, for those of you who chose card number 3, let's see what comes up for you for the weekend. I have a feeling it's going to be a fun one. I know I'm excited. I'm just excited that it's Friday and I get the opportunity to do this and enjoy a moment with you guys. I'd be curious what everybody else's plans are. Let's see what comes up. Ooh, okay. We have no. And it says wait, postpone, pause, say no. So for everybody who picked card number 3, there is something that is coming up this weekend where you are being told to say no. Now, I always see this card as like a double meaning. It's kind of one of those things where a well-placed no means yes to something else at the same time. So this could be a card where this weekend you may feel like you have a lot of commitments, or that you've made prior commitments and now you don't feel like you want to do it. You don't want to go ahead and go out to eat with everybody, or you don't want to go for that hike, or you don't want to, whatever the commitment that you made was. And so when you're saying no to that, what you're saying yes to is, I need my own alone time. I need my downtime. I need my time to myself. And I think that's kind of the message that's coming through here for me is you don't have to say, you have the right to change your mind. And that's a hard lesson to learn. That even if you committed to something, it's okay if in the moment what you need is to say no to a previous commitment that you've made. So if you have to sit there and you have to say, I'm so sorry, but something came to light this week, or it's been a rough week and I'm just exhausted, or it could be something positive, like you guys are picking back up on a personal creative project and you just really got inspired, and it doesn't make sense for you to go, waste your time on this hike with your friend when you really just need to sit down and work with your creativity. Let's see if there's any other messages that are coming through here. This card always reminds me, I'm just going to throw this out there. So for anybody who's seen the original Ghostbusters movie, this card always makes me think of the end where they're fighting with Zool. And they're at the top of the apartment building in the middle of New York City. So there's something here. I'm just trying to see if there's any additional messages. There's a message coming through from that movie actually, which is funny, where again, that's like the kind of the crux fight scene in the movie, right? But it's also funny at the same time because the movie is a comedy. And so there's this point where the kind of monster or otherworldly being asks one of the characters if he is a god. And he answers honestly and says no. And then basically angers the otherworldly creature and then almost gets them all killed. And then there's this follow-up comment by one of the other characters that says, when somebody asks you if you're a god, you say yes. And there's something here about that. I don't know why I felt the need to express that, but there's something about this levity component of bringing this in of you can kind of, it's strange. It's almost like I'm getting this like act as if message coming through of like, if somebody asks you to, maybe this is the clarity of the message that's coming through. And it's so strange how sometimes my thoughts and the way spirit brings messages down. But this is what's just coming through for you guys, is that you might feel like you want to cancel something or postpone something because there is another opportunity that's come up, or that will come up, that might force you to feel like you aren't I don't know, almost like you're not going to fit in. And you're kind of worried and you're wondering if like you should say yes or no. And it's almost like one of those things where you're being asked like, well, are you a god? And you're like, no, yes, no, like maybe. And I'm just getting this strange kind of convoluted message. And I'm sorry if it's not coming through clearly, but it's something about you're going to have this opportunity to cancel on one thing and choose another that's going to make you feel a little uncomfortable, but it's almost like you just have to act as if, because this weekend that opportunity is going to open a door for you. So if let's bring this into an actual tangible example that doesn't involve Ghostbusters. So let's say you've already committed to a family dinner, going over to your parents and your brothers and sisters are going to be there, and it's for Saturday night. But all of a sudden, tomorrow morning, you get a call from one of your friends who says, hey, there's this awesome networking event that's happening tonight, and it's for people in positions of whatever it is, like what, just fill in the blank, people who are leaders in their industry. And I really think it would be great for you to come. You're a manager, right? You're a leader in your industry, and you're like trying to be the humble one. And you're like, well, I mean, I am like regional director, but I mean, I don't know who's going to be here. These could be like CFOs and CEOs, and I'm just a manager. And instead you're being asked to say yes, I am a leader in my industry. I am equal and of the same caliber as the people that are going to be here. And even though I've told my family I'm coming to dinner, there's something with this other opportunity that is going to benefit myself. It's going to unlock something for me. That's very important. It's kind of like this lightning strike. It's like something's going to come out of the blue, and you're going to have to say no to something. That's going to mean that you're going to have to say yes to something else. And that something else is going to be kind of a you having to step up and kind of a little out of your comfort zone. But I'm being told that you should do it anyways and feel confident in doing it. It's going to be fun, and it's going to really kind of unlock something cool for you. That was a crazy message for all of you who chose card number 3. I hope you stayed with me through talking that through. But I think you guys had a pretty awesome message. I wish I had gotten that for myself. Okay. All of you have a fantastic weekend. If you like these type of pick a card messages, I will be releasing another one this upcoming Monday for the week. It's a little more serious than this one. It will be looking at picking a card that will help you identify a current energetic block, how to clear it, and what it's going to illuminate for you by the end of the week. All right, guys. See you in the next reading. Bye.